What's slitty with y'all guys? It's Dale in the Spirit coming at y'all with another video. Now I want to tell you some of the benefits that I done had on my spiritual journey so far. There's a lot of things that changed about me that I never addressed. A lot of things that I will say have changed about me that people don't realize. And there's certain people who expect me to be on the same shit as they, when on the truth, in reality, I'm low-key above them now. And I'm saying that in a humble way. For example, when my spiritual journey started, it wasn't 2020. It wasn't 2019. It was really late 2018. But the journey was very slow. The journey was very bad. I found myself, 2018 was like the worst year for me starting because I didn't know what to do. I did not know anything that I was doing. But I did know, first thing I will say in 2018, I was trying to start my diet right. That was the main focus. Because, I noticed that my diet was affecting my mental nature and shit. And the way I acted and towards people and shit would sometimes be the reaction of my diet. Like, I would bring negative energy off of just the food that I ate this fucking morning type shit. You know what I mean? And like, that was like the beginning. That's not even the beginning, but that was like late 2018 when I really started this shit. And another thing is, I always did, always dance. I always found a way to keep my vibration up through music and dancing and shit. But I never really understood the meaning of it until 2019. I always try to eat healthy and shit though. I always tried to dance or whatever, but I was never really I never really know the benefits of I never know the benefits of meditation or nothing like that. So it was always hard for me to like really progress and shit. And for some reason, I felt like I was getting judged upon if I was meditating. You know what I mean? I didn't have confidence in myself. Like, even when in 2018, when I would meditate and shit, I always feel like somebody looking at me, like somebody judging me and shit. I always felt like, I'm gonna tell you how exactly how I felt. I felt like a dumbass for doing this shit. 2018, I felt retarded for doing this shit. I felt stupid for trying to better myself, bro. Like, that's how low of a state I was at, where I felt bad for myself just for trying to make myself better. 2019, a lot of shit changed, 2018, I had to go through all these traumas. I had to get rid of all this negative energy. And that shit took a very long time, but my friends were there on the way. Shout out Fat Boy, shout out Jazz, shout out fucking Darko, nigga. Those three niggas was there for everything. Them niggas helped me through any and everything. And they're really the real reason why I am who I am today. That's why sometimes I sit in the room, I just be thinking like, damn, I can't really believe I left these motherfuckers, because it's like, even though I'm doing shit without them, it feel like I'm not progressing unless I'm with them. If you understand what I'm saying. But 2019, a lot of shit changed. My music taste got a little more in the ways of emotional. But my music taste always been more emotional, because like in 2018, niggas listen to X and shit, you know what I'm saying? That's the year he died. 2018, I was listening to Juice WRLD, fucking Peep still. I mean, I still listen to them niggas. I was listening to mainstream emo shit too though. That's why I'm saying that. Like, even with my emotional shit, my shit became mainstream to a certain extent, because I was listening to everything when it came to emo shit. But I'm saying this to say this: music itself stopped affecting me like that. Like in 2019, music itself, it did not make me depressed anymore. And I realized what it really was. Like how I was saying in I think my second video on this channel, how certain vibrations affect the way your thoughts is and your process and shit, and it make you depressed. I wasn't getting depressed no more, bro. I done went through it all, bro, cause my whole fucking high school years was just me falling over bitches and just. Now, I'm not gonna call all of these girls. Yeah, they don't deserve the title of a bitch. One, I will say, she deserved the title of a bitch. One of them was just lost. A couple of them that's just personal issues. I ain't even about to go in detail about them two, but it's like every year, no matter what year, if I went with a new girl, like, well, this is scientifically proven, but a man can't go with another girl and love the same ever again. So my personality would change depending on, not gonna say who I went with, but depending on my situation when I went with people and shit. Cause when I went with this one girl, I was going through a time of acceptance, of a time of realizing who I was, not spiritually, but on a physical level of who I was, and basically telling myself not to give a fuck. 2019, I was basically telling myself not to give a fuck. And a lot about me has like started growing within me, type shit. Like 2019, I started dressing the way I did. I started acting the way I always act the way I did and shit, but I never really expressed it. You know what I'm saying? But I basically started being me to the max in 2019, especially in late 2019, cause nigga, you know that you ain't got no reason to fucking give a fuck no more. You about to leave this bitch. But basically, started really being myself and shit. In 2018, I was just so fucking stuck and depressed and shit. My state was just so fucked up. And because of that, I didn't want to listen to nobody, bro. And my brother was trying to tell me shit. And me and my brother got this relationship where we don't talk much, but we did to support each other type shit. And I wasn't even listening to his ass, bro. So of course I'm not gonna listen to nobody else. But after 2018, 2019 passed and shit. Well, I ain't gonna lie, it ain't not way before it passed, but I started my own homeboy, that fat boy. He started putting me on all this deep state shit and shit. Like I was already trying to connect with myself on a spiritual level and shit. Like I said, 2018, I was scared to do that. Like I was being a bitch. Like I was scared to better myself. 2019, I started getting into that shit. And late 2019, actually all 2019, my boy Fat Boy was trying to put me on like the deep state and shit. He was basically trying to wake me up to this world and shit. He showed me hella different shit, put me on hella different shit. That's what really opened my mind a lot more and shit. Cause even though I wasn't on that shit as much as he did, it got to a point where I had no choice but to get on it. Like it was certain shit that I was starting to realize, and certain shit that I was starting to see. Not that I was avoiding the information he gave me, but it was certain shit I was starting to see. I was like, damn, bro, this shit low-key pissing me off, bro. I want to know more about it, bro. Like, all this shit is adding up and everything, bro. So I started getting really into this shit to the point where I'm not like, I got past the media shit. Like, I know what's going on, but I'm on that shit at a spiritual level now. Like, it's like so much shit that I learned to 2019 to 2020 to right now. Like, so much shit, bro. And I would have never done that if that nigga ain't never put me on to that shit. I was really just, like, it ain't a bad thing that I was trying to learn spiritually first, but not being woke about your surroundings and where you from is really important too. Because you gotta understand what survival tactics that you would have to deal with in your own country and shit. And what's really going on in your real country and why shit is going certain ways and shit. But after late 2019 and shit, I decided to leave and shit. But it was like after damn near a whole year and shit, I decided to leave and shit because I realized even though I was waking up and shit, I was growing and shit, I felt like I was not moving. I felt like I an old man growing up in the same chair. Like, I felt like a man in a chair, but he just aging. That's exactly how I felt in my own hometown. Not that I don't love my hometown, but I just felt like I wasn't doing shit there. Like, I was just staying stationary. Like, I wasn't moving at all. And that wasn't good for me. Because, you know, they say certain people have to progress in different areas and different places and shit. That's me, my nigga. I did this journey because the point of this journey for me was because it low-key forced me to wake up. It forced me to get on my shit because, for one, I don't even really know these niggas like this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know anybody on this side of my family like this. And it's like, their perception on you can't really have a bad one. And the only reason why I want to protect my perception of myself is because I don't want them to look at my mother in a bad way. Now, I can give two shits about who cares about me. But because I come from my mother's side, they're going to look at me and judge me from that side because these people are judgmental to a high degree. So, I have to work 2 times harder for the benefit of them not judging my mother. And another thing is, I have literally am forced to get on my shit because there's no one here for me. Like, I'm alone, literally. Came this bitch alone. Like, I remember my first 2 months here. I ain't been depressed in a minute. Like, 2019, nigga, depression really stopped for me. Like, I ain't been depressed about shit. Music didn't make me depressed. A lot of shit changed. But I was very anxious. I was very in fear of certain shit in 2019. Because I knew too much, but I didn't like, I knew this shit, but I don't think I truly understood it because it was certain shit that would scare me and shit. And I didn't want to risk, you know what I'm saying? But because of that, when in 2020, as I am now, the only time I did get depressed was the first 2 months because I lost contact with everybody. I was just alone and shit. And I never had to be alone. Like, yeah, I can call my mom and shit, but what the fuck am I gonna say to her? Like, that's my mother, bro. I love my mother to death, but nigga, what else I'm gonna say besides, hey, I love you? Like, I don't have nothing to say. Well, what you want me to tell her? Hey, I'm depressed as shit, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for raising me, I'm depressed as shit. And that's what I'm doing right now. These 2 months, I'm not doing shit but trying to find work and being depressed. Like, who the fuck wanna call their mama and say that shit? That's just gonna make her worry about me more. My mama is a worry type. That's why she calls so much, because she worry about me. I'm at a state now, I ain't worrying about shit. I mean, shit get me down and shit, but I don't never get depressed about it. I just get anxious and aggravated. Like, for example, I ain't gonna be having no bread for a little while because of the finances and shit I gotta pay for and shit. But it is what it is. I ain't really tweaking because it's like, now, through all them years of getting all the shit that I wanted, through saving money and jobs and part-time jobs and shit, like, I got everything I wanted on a materialistic level. Only thing I'm worrying about now is fucking being able to eat food whenever I fucking want and being able to buy whatever the fuck I want. But I'm gonna make a part 2 because I've been talking for a minute, my nigga.